would you recommend it to anybody else?
Yeah, I've already recommended it to a few people. I forgot I was supposed to. I wanted to just say it like I don't have any financial as a disclaimer because I feel like I'm saying all this stuff and
She doesn't get a cut from.
I don't get a cut. Like I don't get like he's not paying me to say all the positive things. I think it's important because I just had such like a 180 change in his behavior and a 180 change in my perspective of what this is all about. So 100% I'd recommend it. And you know, I'd say if you're at wit's end, like for us, it literally became like, what's the dollar amount I pay to keep my dog? Like if I'm not willing to pay that dollar amount for my dog, like then maybe that's not the route for you. But like, if you're at least willing to pay this much money to save your dog or like to save his life or like to keep your dog, then to me it was worth it because. You know, the short period of having him on the collar and the short period of training for like the longevity of his behavior and our whole family's stress level and safety was worth it, beyond worth it. So yes,
excellent.
I recommend it.
And if earlier, I don't know if you guys saw when he was over here, he's wearing the remote collar, right? He's got his collar on, and he was happy, you know, pawing at you, like personality's the same.
No, I mean he like there's no change. I would say if anything, like since wearing the collar, like I don't truly know if it was the anxiety or maybe he's just getting a little bit older, but I do think he's overall a calmer dog, which I didn't see that coming. Like he used to be very like if I dropped like this paper, like within 30 seconds, he'd be coming and you know like stealing the paper and like. I just feel like overall he's a calmer dog.
Yes.
And I already say like happy because he comes up to you. He lets like I don't know. Calmer and happier. I don't know how that's possible. But.
So the calmer is because of the discipline.
Yeah.
Right. Because when I come into homes and the dog has not been told no formally, like a dog understands, right?
Yeah.
Everything is an option, right? Or I can steal this paper, I can steal a toilet paper, I can steal the remote, like all these things, right? But when you start to say no, that you can't do these things, there's less and less options for him. So he's not, again, overstimulated. He's calmer. It's just like with kids. If we put 5 kids in a room or in a classroom with no guidance, it's just a ruckus. Right. You know, they're playing and being loud and stuff. But as soon as that bell rings and that teacher walks in and says, your seat is there, your seat is there, your seat is there, no, you can't talk to him, no, you can't pass notes, no, you can't do that, everything dials down. Yeah. You know, because they're establishing rules. And yes, you know, all animals, including humans, want guidance. You know, we want structure, because when there isn't structure, it's like, you know, people write and, you know, all those things, like this gets really deep, but discipline is good. Telling your dog no is good, but of course it has to be no in a way that they understand. Yeah. Because shouting no, spraying them in the face with the no isn't their way of communicating. Yeah. Right? Remote collar, it's a physical contraction. We teach it to them first. Like I didn't come in and say like we're going to tackle the aggression or the aggressive behavior. I said first let's work on this exercise, which was the leash walking, to introduce him to it. Get some discipline in his head, right? And then from there, after we taught him, I think a couple classes, we came back and then we tackled the resource guarding stuff.